This man chose to leave his sect just to find a woman willing to bear his children. Yi Xian held a girl in his arms and whispered to her, "Give birth to a child for me. I'm not ready yet, maybe next time. But I've given you all my monthly spirit stones." Before Yi Xian could persuade further, the girl already flew away, leaving him with frustration. Yi Xian realized that girls from cultivation world were no different from the women on earth in his previous life. He decided to find a mortal woman to continue his family line. Yi Xian discussed his situation with the system in his mind. "System, can we discuss how to get the novice gift bag in advance?" The system encouraged him to marry and have children quickly to build a family. Yi Xian reflected on his life as a transmigrator since 28 years ago. He was adopted by the sect master Gu Qingyao as the only male disciple in the 10,000 Flower sect. He recalled how he became sect master Gu Qingyao's personal disciple due to his mother's friendship with her. Yi Xian lamented his lack of progress in cultivation despite being in the sect for nearly 30 years. Until last month, he accidentally obtained the longevity family clan system. To be able to obtain rewards, Yi Xian had to establish a prosperous family clan in the immortal cultivation world. Yi Xian's attempts to date within the sect were unsuccessful as many female disciples ignored him. He decided to seek a mortal woman for marriage in the mortal world. Yi Xian arrived at Ethereal Peak, the residence of sect master Gu Qingyao. Yi Xian always thought that his master looked like a white-haired Lolita because of her young and beautiful face. Yi Xian hurriedly bowed and said, "Your disciple greets White Master. I heard that you've been looking for female disciples to bear your children?" Yi Xian admitted it and discussed his intention to leave the sect to marry and have children. Gu Qingyao gave him a golden jade pendant and assured him of her support in his endeavors. "I have a mansion in the 10,000 Flower City. Take this token and you will be the owner there." Yi Xian took the pendant and saw the word Yi written on it. He twitched his mouth and asked awkwardly, "Master, have you been thinking of chasing me away a long time ago?" Gu Qingyao told Yi Xian that she was only following his mother's last wish and fully supporting him. "Remember, the 10,000 Flower sect will always be your backer." Yi Xian was moved, and he expressed his gratitude. "Thank you, Master." While leaving, he was planning to trick Gu Qingyao into joining his family clan in the future. In order to improve his cultivation, this man needs to keep marrying concubines. Yi Xian arrived in 10,000 Flower City. He found a huge and luxurious mansion waiting for him. Yi Xian sensed something strange and took out the jade pendant given by Gu Qingyao. The jade pendant started shaking and emitting light. A group of old men in black brocade clothes rushed out of the mansion, holding similar jade pendants. "Hurry! Come on!" These old men knelt before Yi Xian and addressed him as family head. Yi Xian learned from the servants that Gu Qingyao had secretly operated the Yi family for 20 years. The butlers were happy because now that the Yi Xian was back, the Yi family would have a true master and a promising future. Just then, a servant came reporting, "Madam Yi is here." "Madam Yi? Who is that?" Yi Xian was informed that he had a wife named Luoxin who had been treated as the mistress of the Yi family. Yi Xian was thrilled, boasted that exactly what he needed, invite her in. Luoxin walked in and greeted Yi Xian, "Greetings, family head." Under the suggestion of the servants, Yi Xian agreed to hold their wedding immediately. The Yi family began preparations for the wedding. Yi Xian and Luoxin entered the bridal chamber. Yi Xian attempted to lift Luoxin's veil but was interrupted by her. Luoxin explained her loyalty to the Yi family and expressed her honor in being Yi Xian's wife. They shared a moment of intimacy in the dimly lit room. Yi Xian received various rewards from the system, including cultivation years and increased favorability from Luoxin. Yi Xian reflected on his newfound abilities and his status as the head of the Yi family clan. The next morning, Luoxin woke up, and they shared a loving moment as husband and wife. 11 months later, Luoxin gave birth to their first child, a boy. Yi Xian received rewards for the birth of his child, including additional cultivation years and lifespan. Yi Xian opened the novice gift bag, but the rewards were disappointing, consisting only of strong kidneys and a strong physique. Yi Xian named his first child Yi Nu Dawn. Yi Xian continued to develop the Yi family clan, attracting marriage alliances from other families in 10,000 Flower City. 3 days later, Yi Xian held a banquet to celebrate taking in 20 concubines. Since then, Yi Xian's life became a lot more busier. This man actually welcomed the birth of 20 of his sons on the same day. Yi Xian, Lu Waxin, and their son were in the backyard, and Yi Xian hugged his wife. "It's been hard on you these past few days." Lu Waxin told Yi Xian that she was very happy that with his new 20 concubines, their family would be prosperous soon. The Yi family expanded as Yi Xian's 20 concubines gave birth, all on the same day. System notifications granted Yi Xian cultivation, lifespan, and critical hit rewards for each child born. A special notification surprised Yi Xian with a critical hit reward, Grade 1 Alchemy. Overwhelmed by a flood of alchemical knowledge, Yi Xian mastered Grade 1 Alchemy. Yi Xian decided to use his alchemical skills to create beauty-retaining pills as a reward for his concubines. He visited the delivery room and learned that he had an extraordinary number of boys among his children. The system revealed that it had made slight adjustments to ensure the outcome of mostly male children. Yi Xian checked on the well-being of his family and ordered medicinal herbs for pill-making. He planned to reach the Foundation Establishment realm before returning to the 10,000 Flower sect to surprise his master. Yi Xian gathered all the medicinal herbs and pill formulas he needed for alchemy. He spent a total of 200,000 gold coins on the herbs and equipment. Yi Xian entered the newly built alchemy chamber and closed the heavy iron door. The Yi family butlers waited outside the alchemy chamber with anticipation. Yi Xian examined the quality of the alchemy furnace and found it acceptable. He began the process of refining a Grade 1 beauty retaining pill. Yi Xian successfully refined a Grade 1 beauty retaining pill after several hours. He earned 150,000 gold coins from the pill, which had a significant market value. Yi Xian decided to refine more beauty-retaining pills and essence-enhancing pills. He was interrupted by the butlers who informed him of a mysterious letter. Yi Xian received the letter, which had no visible content. He used his spiritual energy to reveal the hidden message in the letter. The letter was from an elder of the Ouyang family. He invited him to a gathering of independent cultivators in 10,000 Flower City. Yi Xian began planning for the gathering. He knew there was still more than a year before the gathering and decided to make the most of his time. The medicinal pills produced by this man had attracted the attention of the cultivating families. A year and a half had passed. Yi Xian checked his attribute panel, which showed that he had reached level 5 of the Qi refinement stage. Yi Xian's rapid progress in cultivation made him confident about his future prospects. At the same time, many more families had married their outstanding daughters to Yi Xian every month. Kong Qiu, an old butler, informed Yi Xian about a mysterious letter. Yi Xian rewarded Kong Qiu with a rejuvenation pill for his long service. Yi Xian planned to distribute rejuvenation pills to other trusted butlers as well. Yi Xian arrived at the Ouyang family clan residence to participate in a gathering of independent cultivators. He presented his invitation and was escorted inside by a respectful servant. The Ouyang family clan was one of the 3 major immortal cultivation clans in 10,000 Flower City, along with the Zheng and Bai family clans. Yi Xian entered and discovered the luxurious and ancient atmosphere of the clan's estate. Yi Xian encountered Ouyang Xiao, the direct heir of the Ouyang family. Yi Xian pretended to be an independent cultivator and chatted with Ouyang Xiao. Ouyang Xiao offered to introduce Yi Xian to the gathering, and they headed deeper into the clan's estate. Ouyang Xiao introduced the trading area, where cultivators could trade items and resources. Yi Xian and Ouyang Xiao approached the trading area at the gathering of independent cultivators. Loud and enthusiastic calls from traders selling various items filled the area. Ouyang Xiao explained the purpose of the gathering to Yi Xian is to benefit both independent cultivators and the Ouyang family clan. Yi Xian expressed interest in trading his medicinal pills for resources but clarified he wasn't taking custom orders. Independent cultivators learned about Yi Xian's Grade 1 alchemist status and eagerly asked him for pills. Some cultivators expressed disbelief that Yi Xian could be a Grade 1 alchemist due to his young appearance. Rumors circulated among the cultivators, and some wrongly assumed Yi Xian was the Yi family patriarch. Yi Xian eventually revealed his identity as the Yi family patriarch but redirected the conversation. Cultivators began offering their grandchildren and great-grandchildren as potential concubines for Yi Xian. Representatives from the Bai family and the Zhang family approached Yi Xian, expressing interest in buying his pills and inviting him to join their families. Ouyang Xiao was concerned about the competition from the other major immortal cultivation family clans. This man just made a killing. And it's all thanks to the concubines he married. Two young men, Jiang Shen and Bai Wenshu, approached Yi Xian. They introduced themselves as disciples of large sects. Jiang Shen and Bai Wenshu expressed their interest in purchasing the beauty-retaining pills that Yi Xian had. Ouyang Xiao was angry at those two since he wanted to befriend Yi Xian to build a long-term friendship and cooperation with him. Yi Xian, happy, greeted the two guys and revealed the beauty-retaining pills. Jiangshan laughed and made his offer. They'll pay 400,000 gold coins each, and I'll pay for 1/10 of them with spirit stones. As soon as Jiangshan stopped speaking, all the surrounding independent cultivators gasped in shock. Ouyang Xiao was also shocked. He wished he could stop Jiangshan, but he couldn't afford that much money. Bai Wenshu decided not to compete with Jiangshan and gave up the opportunity. Yi Xian agreed to sell the pills to Jiang Xin and handed them over. The gathering of independent cultivators continued for a few more days, but Yi Xian left and returned to the Yi family. 7 days later, a grand wedding banquet was held in the Yi family as Yi Xian married hundreds of concubines. The event became historic and was recorded in history. Late at night, Yi Xian was busy in the rooms of his concubines. A group of old butlers in the Yi family discussed Yi Xian's recent concubine-taking event and admired his charm. They were talking about many immortal cultivation family clans were interested in marrying into the Yi family due to Yi Xian's influence. The butlers discussed their loyalty to the Yi family and their anticipation of future profits. Another year had passed, and the Yi family prospered under Yi Xian's leadership. Yi Xian received notifications of the yearly rewards for his cultivation and alchemy proficiency. Every week, Yi Xian would spend time with his official wife, Luo Xin, and cherish her. Yi Xian's cultivation reached level 6 of the Qi refinement stage. He planned to visit the 10,000 flower sect to reconnect with his senior and junior sisters. In a wilderness outside 10,000 Flower City, a group of cultivators chased after a black-robed demonic cultivator. They were seeking revenge for their friends and relatives. Demoness, hand over your life. The woman in black was chased relentlessly but hoped to use a disguise technique once inside the city to escape her pursuers. A middle-aged man shouted, "I hit her with my spirit-severing scatter. Her strength will plummet very soon." In order to quickly cultivate himself, this man actually wanted to marry every woman he knew. A group of cultivators chased the woman in black. Suddenly, they lost sight of her in the crowded streets of 10,000 Flower City. In front of them were countless buildings of various heights, and dense crowds of pedestrians on the streets. Immortal cultivators appeared in the city, causing mortals to flee in fear. The group decided to seek the help of the 10,000 Flower sect to locate the escaped demonic cultivator. A month later, Lu Ruyan appeared at a tea house. She was the demoness all the cultivators were looking for. She had mastered a cultivation technique that extracts yang to nourish yin, which allowed her to cultivate without help of men. However, ever since she reached the foundation establishment stage, the amount of yang qi she needed increased crazily. She set her next target as Yi Xian of the Yi family, because she knew he would have enough yang qi for her to absorb. Yi Xian continued to live his life, focusing on refining pills and talismans. Yi Xian felt an intruder was in his courtyard. He rushed in an instant. "Who's in there? Come out." He was surprised to find his senior sister, Xia Yuning, from the 10,000 Flower sect. "You're quite cautious." Xia Yuning was a sword Dao genius who cultivated 10,000 Flower Sword manual of their sect. Yi Xian was surprised that someone from the 10,000 Flower sect would come look for him. Xia Yuning teased Yi Xian about taking concubines and inquired about a potential secret he might be hiding. Xia Yuning revealed that she was sent by their master to protect Yi Xian from a female demonic cultivator. Yi Xian realized that he might be that female demonic cultivator's target, and he was worried. Xia Yuning scolded him for his recent behavior. She felt that he had embarrassed their sect. Yi Xian explained that he had to take concubines due to his lack of talent in cultivation and the need to continue the Yi family's bloodline. Xia Yuning then discovered that Yi Xian had advanced to level 6 of the Qi refinement stage, a significant improvement since she left the sect. Yi Xian explained his unique cultivation method, involving childbirth and the number of children he had as a factor in his cultivation speed. Xia Yuning was skeptical of Yi Xian's explanation. "If you don't believe me, you can give birth to a child for me and you'll know." Xia Yuning felt offended and shouted, "Yi Xian, I'm gonna kill you." Her foundation establishment realm cultivation completely exploded. Xia Yuning suddenly attacked Yi Xian playfully, causing him to use defense talismans to protect himself. However, they were ineffective against her foundation establishment realm strength. In the end, although Xia Yuning did not kill him, Yi Xian was still beaten up very badly.